Can you tell us a little bit more about your journey of how you went into combining design, combining business, combining coaching into creating what you're creating?
Sure. So I think when we started Idea Spice, that's the time when Dubai was exploding. Most creative agencies at the time were looking at the multinationals, the bigger companies. And I realized that over 90% of Dubai were the SMEs. So we realized that there's a big change going to happen in Dubai. And that's when I sort of thought that if you just go with design, it's not going to get to any place. In my journey, design and business was something I was always pursued. I wasn't excited about doing a good looking logo, giving it, and my job is done. It was, how do I impact the business of these people? How do I transform where they are? And that's when the concept of coaching came about, that if I can work with them and really get into change management, go beyond design, look at how business transforms using innovation thinking then design. So I went down the coaching route to coach myself first, to learn concepts like NLP. How do you build rapport? How do you change mindset? How do you use NLP in design, in relationships? How do you look at the customer journey? So it was really about equipping myself with as many tools and then not using this jargon with clients. Even internally, we sort of looked at, we will not speak about fonts or colors or the typical things designers speak about, because for the client, it doesn't matter. So we started looking at ROI based stuff, that how do you remove subjectivity with creative stuff, which is another aspect that I like it, or somebody will say my wife likes green. How do you take that away? And if I can explain to a client that I'm not going to please you, my job is to make sure your business grows. My job is, my responsibility is your customers. So when that shift happened, we started seeing the connection form. And the other aspect is with rapport. It's how, if you really get close to a client and they know that you really care for them, then they sort of trust you. And they listen to you. And when you break it down and explain why you're doing it, and it's not my ego or I've done 2000 brands, if I switch that off, and then I felt that hybrid model is something which was working. Clients were getting results, we were gaining trust, and the best result I feel is when a client tells 4 people about you.
Absolutely.
Or if they say you have to work with this person, don't ask me why, and that you're creating evangelists. And I guess that happens when you don't look at a proposal and say this is not there in this, or I've spent so many hours. And internally also we say that it doesn't matter. You've got to make sure, if we've forgotten that in the proposal and the client needs it, we do it. Or they want to see more options and it's not really working, we do it again. We can't say only 3 options or 4 options and stuff. So I guess those were with trial and error. We realized that's a formula which is starting to work and giving results.